If you're coming to the Villages for a lifestyle visit or already here and looking for your next home, this video is a must. I'm going to show you 3 quick steps on how to get all the information you need on the purchase that you're considering. I'm going to start first at thevillages.com, searching for homes on the VLS listings. Then I'm going to take you to the county's property appraiser website for the public records for the taxes on that home. And then lastly, I'm going to show you where to find your bond amortization schedule or your loan payback schedule. Now these steps only take about 15 minutes, so let's dive in. All right, so let's look at some houses. I have got 3 tabs up, and I suggest you doing it the same way when you're doing your searches. It really makes it super simple. And I've got them in order of, we're going to look at a home, we're going to get the address, we're going to go to the county, take a look at the county records, and then we're going to go to the villages and look at the bond information. So in that order, we are going to go ahead and click on homes or hover over homes and search homes. And I'm just going to bring this up. I've already got an address that we're going to research, but I wanted to just kind of show you, if you've never accessed this website before, kind of how it's laid out and where things are. So this is the most northern section of the villages to the most southern, because most people, don't give me hate mail if I don't mention that, you know, people are going to Spanish Springs still. Yes, of course people are, but the majority of people are coming down to the newer area south of 44, and this blank space is Eastport. Now, for clarification, Eastport is not a village in which homes reside. Eastport is going to be more of an entertainment area, meaning it's going to have the squares, the restaurants, the stores, the hotel, all of the fun things for this area. And I want to also show that there's this County Road 470 that runs along, and there's a clumping of homes down here. Just to note that this is, most of this area is, or this area right here is Middleton. This area over here, it looks like it's Moultrie Creek, but this area over here, this clumping, is Middleton, which are our young families. So here is going to be the high school, the charter schools, all those types of things for the younger families. So then right next to them are going to be Moultrie Creek, and then going up a little bit further into this area. So you can either hover over this to find homes, you can use the filters up here, you can scroll. There's all different ways to use this website to find homes. You can new, pre-owned. The site is really well done, but just for the sake of time and looking at all the different things, I have gone ahead and selected a home. And this is not the one, but I just want to show you what information you need when you click on a home. So I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm going to find, let's say this one that's $560,000. All right, so I'm going to click on this. So once you find a home and you click on the link, there's no information on this page whatsoever that will give you any financial information concerning this home other than the purchase suggested price. Okay, so in order to find out what the bond is and the CDD, or the maintenance costs of the share of our maintenance costs, there's none of that information here. So the only thing that this is good for in our scenario for this video is the address. So you would just want to copy down or highlight and copy and paste this address into the next section. So we're not looking at this one. I already have one written down. So the next thing you need to know is what county it's in. So there's 3 counties. This particular area is Sumter, S-U-M, there's no P, T-E-R. So S-U-M-T-E-R, Sumter County. I know that all these homes are in this county, so I've gone ahead and picked up that, or put up that county's webpage for the taxes. And so here we are at the Sumter County Property Appraiser website. And so now we have our address and we're going to go ahead and search records. So we're going to go to the location, address, and the one that I've selected is 1886. I don't know anybody here. It just came up randomly. YELLAND. All right, so we're going to scroll all the way down to tax bill. Wait for it to load. All right, and the 2025 annual bill link is here. I click on that. We're just doing some research here. All right, so we're going to scroll down a little bit, and you're going to learn some new terms. So the ad valorem taxes are your county taxes, your school taxes, all of those types of things. And for this home, the total over here is $3704.16 annually. Okay, this is annual taxes. So that's separated from the village's specific costs of living in that home. What's really important here is the very first line. We want to make note of this unit number. So we want to write down 144V. So I'm going to write that down, 144V. We need that in order to find out the bond price, the full bond price over on one of the other villages sites. So be sure to write that down or you'll have to be coming back here. Now this first line, maintenance. It's called maintenance on your tax bill, but in reality, this line is your community development district fee. That is the fee that we pay for the maintenance of the village in which we live in. Now, there is a video in the link. There's a link to the video below in the comment section that thoroughly explains what you are paying for in the CDD. So be sure to go to that video, take a look at it. I go into detail about what it is this person is spending $688.99 a year on. It's very important to know that. Next line is the bond. So the bond annually for this home is $3268.08. Right. And then this last line that is villages specific is the fire district of $320.71 annually for this homeowner to pay towards maintaining that fire department in their area. We get charged for that. It's a great service. We want to do that. And for this homeowner, it's $320.71. All right, so we're going to write all that information down if we wanted to know it separately, or we can just come down here a little bit further and it breaks it down. Again, the ad valorem is just your county taxes. The non-ad valorem are all of your village's charges. And then your total tax annually for this house is $7981.94. We are going to go over to districtgov.org. Districtgov.org. This is a villages page, and we are going to need to know what district our home is in to find the bond information. So we're going to hover over districts and we're going to click on Find My District. Down a little bit, and we're going to enter the address that I did the research on, which is again 1886 Yelland Way, and search. All right, so here we go. It is in District 15. That's going to be really important to know what district you're in, because any questions that you have about what happens in your specific area, you can find here all kinds of great information on this webpage. But for right now, we are just going to click on View District 15. All right, so this tells you a little bit of an overview. They do have public meetings that you can attend. Some facts. Again, we are in Sumter County, and these are all of the villages that it includes. See that there is no Eastport because Eastport is not a village. And we can go down to all the members of the board if we want to contact them regarding our village. And we are going to click on under finance. It says bond assessments and amortization schedules. So that's a new fancy word that you may never have known. All right, we need to go a few more steps, folks. So we're going to click on Sumter County. This is why the video is so great to have pinned and liked. Because you're going to want to come back to this page over and over and over again, or this video over and over again. All right, District 15. Here we go. So we wrote down earlier, remember when we were over here on the tax or on the county website, I said make sure you write down that number that was near or next to all the fees on the non-ad valorem section, right? And so I wrote down 144V. So I'm going to look for 144V. All right, so here we go. It's right here at the top. Now just notice real quickly that there's two sections here, residential units, and then there's villas. So if you don't see your number, like for instance, if I was looking for 1445, there isn't. It goes from 44 to 46. Well, then 145 is down in here. All right, so just look down. It will be there, and that one is here in the villa section. But ours for today is 144V, so we're going to look at that. All right, last bit of information here. We have got our bond, and the interest rate on this one is 5.19%. This is for the unit that we've pulled up. Along the left here is got the years of 2023 to 2054, the principal, the interest, the admin, the total, and then the balance. The original bond for this home was $46,800. And then for 2026, if the homeowner decides to only pay the annual amount, that will be $3268.08. But if they decided they wanted to pay off their bond, it would be $45,317. The decision on whether or not to pay off the bond or to pay it annually is completely a personal decision. Some people pay it annually, some people pay it off. Wow, now that was a lot of information, but after you've done a few searches, it gets a lot easier. Plus, you've learned some new terms like ad valorem, non-ad valorem, and amortization schedule. If your real estate agent is unfamiliar with these terms, you might want to look for someone else. I hope that you found this information informative. Please consider subscribing and liking this video. And if you are visiting and would like to meet up with me to get my thoughts on all things The Villages, please email me at thevillageslifeyourway@gmail.com and let's schedule a meeting. Until I see you on the next video. Thank you very much for watching.